What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I'm so sorry I haven't uploaded anything in quite some time. It's just that I've been busy with a lot of stuff going on, personal life, and at the same time the weather's been crappy. I've had some delays on my packages, on all that stuff. But anyway, so today we're going to be installing the tower brace strut from Brace1 Performance. I don't know why am I stuttering, and a lot of people has been asking me if it's gonna fit with the hood strut. So I'm gonna show it to you on how to install the tower front brace for the 2018 Honda Accord, or 2019, 2020, it doesn't matter. And I'm gonna show it to you that it could actually fit. Alright guys, so today we're going to be installing the Brace1 impact strut. So this is what it's going to look like, and this two right here. I'm going to show it to you what are the tools you're going to need. So in order to remove the bolts, you're going to need 14mm socket wrench, and also to tighten this one up, if you don't have the Allen key. So this one, the one that I have, what's the size of this? It's 6 inches, and it's pretty small. I believe maybe you need 7 or 8 inches. So if you don't have that one, I would suggest use a 9/16 wrench and some pliers or something to like hold on onto this area right over here, because this one is where the the Allen key goes. So, and on top of that, if you have the strut brace and then the hood struts, you're gonna have to use an aftermarket, or like this bolt right here, and this is the size right here. It's going to be M10-1,150. 150, and you can get it in your local hardware store. It's called Doorman. This is one to just come up with, because my problem is if you use the OEM one, it's really not gonna, this one's a little too thick. So the lug nut or screw right over here, as you can see, it's popping a little bit, but then, and this is just the hood strut. So if you add the brace one, it's gonna come off like a little bit. And along with that, since we're gonna be adding the strut brace, I suggest use the thread locker from Loctite. It's blue. You could get this from Amazon. I'll leave the link by the description down below. So I'm gonna show it to you what we're gonna do. All right. So first things first, when you're installing this, you're just gonna take all the lug nuts, or the bolt, whatever you want to call it, right here, and just align it into the hole. Apply it right here and put it back. And take note, there's gonna be like holes in here. The hole right here, that indicates on which side this one goes. The other side comes with the there's a fourth hole in here, a bolt that's sticking out, so that's where it goes. So keep that in mind while installing this. And for now, I'm not gonna tighten this one up, just because I wanna see how everything goes. And with that, I'm gonna do the other side. All right, so once fixing the strut brace, like taking this off, this one is already off. We're also gonna take this one off and this one off. So this is what I was talking about. The fourth one is right over here. The one's for this right over here, just in case you guys are wondering. So make sure this one aligns to either passenger side or driver side. All right, next thing you want to do is just place it right over here. it all aligns in the hole. There. And I'm gonna show it to you what I'm talking about. So right here. So this is what it's gonna look like right over here. So this one is still a little bit loose because I want to make sure that I have enough leverage to like tighten it up, like the fitment, as you can see. So right now I'm gonna use an Allen, well, not Allen key, the wrench and the pliers right here to hold it, the wrench over here to make it tighter, making sure everything's like, you know, like flush. And this is a two-man job, or you could do this by yourself as well, but it's a lot better if you have a second set of hands. You see right here, it's a little wobbly. So if you tighten this side up and then no one's really watching on the other side, then you're not really installing properly. As you can see, this one has to be like flat and flush. So this one helps too, like everything's like secure. And I'm gonna show you the other side. And right here, this one that I'm talking about for the passenger side, and make sure everything is flush. And then once everything's like secure, you could just tighten this one up, and the other side, and you could just put the push strut back in. All right, so I've already tightened the other side, so I'm just gonna show it to you on how to do it. So make sure you have a plier. If you don't have the Allen key, well, I don't have an Allen key, but you could still use the pliers or something to like hold this side where the Allen key goes, and then use the 9/16 wrench, just like what I mentioned to you earlier. And you're just gonna make it tighter. And make sure if you're using the pliers or something to hold it, that this side right over here, it's not rolling, because if it does, that means you're not tightening it up. So you better have a good grip or have a right tool squeeze. I mean, I don't have the right tool, but this one works. And a pretty good grip. Make sure everything's tight right there. It's not wobbly no more, just like what I showed you. And next thing you want to do is we're gonna add the Loctite, the thread locker. This one over here. And be very careful. All right, so just apply some, oh shit, thread locker all around. Here, be careful while you're pouring it. There you go. And you're supposed to use the gloves while you're applying this, but I don't have gloves. Alright, so quick update. Not quick update. One thing to note, while you're doing this and you're only working on one side, my best advice is to have a second set of hand, because when I did it all by myself before, I had a hard time installing it. I even hit my head with the hood fell on my head. True story. But then, just like what I'm saying, just add a little bit of the thread locker. Use the gloves if you have gloves, because this one is, I don't know if it's me, but it makes my finger itchy. It's just a little bit all around the thread. Right here. And try to install all the bolts back while it's still wet, and just let the thread locker dry with the bolt. So now that's that.
what you're gonna do is just like lift this one up a little bit and just put the hood strut back right underneath it. Make sure everything is flat. If you have to tap on it, just tap on it. So the second set of hands, it's his car. He's holding his hood. And then just put all the bolts back right there, right here. Now, one thing to note, it's optional for you to use the OEM one, but that's completely up to you if you like the way how it holds. But it's not going to be fully locked, although you have a thread locker, which is fine as well. It's completely up to you. It's a personal choice, but on this case we're going to use aftermarket one, the one that I showed you. So right here, make sure everything is flat while you're putting everything in. So for this one, you're going to use a 17mm socket wrench. Here, make sure everything is flat. Hold that there. And while you're locking it, make sure that you are turning and locking it evenly. That way we're all sure that everything is secure.
So there you go, guys. There's a pretty close up. Everything is like flush. As you can see, this one, this is one of the reasons why I use the aftermarket ones, so everything keep flush right here. This one is like pretty much the same as this one with the OEM one, and it's also right underneath it. It's like intact with the thread locker, so it's gonna help. Let me show you the other side. And that's what I'm saying. This one right here is underneath, so this one I gotta tighten this up a little bit. Yeah, I gotta tighten it up a little bit. And then this one right here is pretty much like flush and full view. You can't really see it, it's black, but you have the hood struts and then the front towers brace. So that's pretty much it, guys. I've learned that trick. Like for the little plate on for the hood strut, you're just gonna have to put that underneath of the plate of the brace strut itself. And then like what I showed you in the video earlier, it is optional whether you want to use the OEM bolt or the one that I showed you earlier as an aftermarket that you could get from your regular hardware store. And it's pretty much up to you whether you want to use it or whatnot. And I've used the thread lock to keep it more secure as well. And also I've seen one comment from one of my videos, if it fits the front tower strut from DC Sports. I want to say yes. I believe that it would fit. All you gotta do is that put the plate of the hood strut underneath the plate from the DC plates, and then pretty much do the same thing as what I did, because I looked it up and that there's a little brace that's like covering the thread lock in there. So with the plate going on in there on top of it, I don't think it's gonna fit. But then if you do it underneath the plate, that should work. So I hope this answered your questions. And if you guys have any comments, questions, or anything, or help, if you're in New York City for installation, hit me up on my Instagram, it's 10th Gen Ace, or drop them by the comment section below. And again, I know I haven't uploaded any videos in quite some time, and I just want to thank all my subscribers, especially my day ones, and to my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.